Twitch chat War Dog message over! Welcome back guys to day number 19 of our Zhongjang roleplay campaign on Total War 3 Kingdoms. Spicy flopping into chat, welcome Spicy. Mr. Jeff Berry, thank you very much for the sub, welcome to the Wolfpack sir. Let's get a live scene! Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Give me the live scene please. I don't know what is going on with Twitch and Streamlabs at the minute. Both of them seem to be throwing a duck fit right now. Mike's in the chat as well. Welcome, Mike. Indeed. Day number 19, guys. There's all the auto hosts that I usually wait for 10 minutes for, and they come about 6 to 8. Took them 12 minutes this time to come in. Fucking what is going on, Twitch? Alright, guys. It is winter of 244 AD in China, and 72-year-old Zhongjang's Thai Dominion is presently doing pretty well against the Empire. I'm calling them the Empire because they have imperial seats. The Empire of Wu and its vassal, the Kingdom of Shu Han. For those who weren't around in the last couple of episodes, Jiaji and the Duchy of Ba were both either released in Jiaji's case, or just tried to declare their own independence in the case of the Duchy of Ba, from Wu's grasp. The Yellow Turbans have also resurfaced. So we've got quite a lot going on. This campaign is due to end when Zhongjang does die, as voted for by the War Dog Unleashed community. She is 72. We are praying that she will die today, and so we'll probably be going for a little bit longer than we usually do if we're close to a winter to see if she dies. But let's press the end turn key and get into spring of 245 AD. Doomsday, thank you very much for the host, buddy. No, I don't have an imperial seat. I have an imperial city, Mike, but they are different. Doomsday. Wang Yi is being attacked by the suicidal force of Yuan Fangjie. You are also being backed by your loyal compadre Dan Wei and the garrison nearby. So it is a decisive victory with low casualties, but it's your call, buddy. Appreciate it, Spicy. Thank you for dropping by, mate. Hope you have a good afternoon. Delegate that, says Doomsday. Done, my friend. We are, of course, playing with Name a Regiment and Sponsor an Officer on, guys. Exclamation mark. Join me, 3K with the number 3. As it says in the title, we'll give you the instructions on how to do that. Doomsday is sponsoring Wang Yi, which means he gets to make the calls when it comes to Wang Yi's army. Doomsday, it looks like you gained yourself a bit of loot there. What do you want to do with your prisoners? Who's Dan Wei? Just another general. Just another general in the Thai Dominion. And there was a duel. Apparently Huang Chuan won a duel in that battle as well. Replenish. Very well. Oh, you motherfuckers. No? Yes? Wu's going to attack there. Pretty sure. Whoa, dog! That'd be the Orcus version. Welcome to the stream, Imatech. How you doing, mate? Oh, there's so many armies around that area. Oh my god, there's so many! This is literally the first end turn, Imatech. You have missed precisely zip. Zhongjang and Jiang Mengshang now consider themselves rivals. There's a couple of new peeps in the recruitment pool. We are gonna 50, 36, 68. Sun Li fought for Jiaji until 243. It's now 245. I'm gonna recruit him because I don't think he's a spy and he's relatively young. So let's get him in. The rest of them are all pensioners. Huang Chuan has gained a rank. Huang Chuan is over this way.
目标只有一个。
So Huang Chuan is a 56-year-old level 6 legendary vanguard with a guerrilla background, indecisive, fiery, friendly, ascetic, philanthropic and energetic. Clarity, mobility. Oh, you know what? He's energetic, so we're going to give him some mobility. And Doomsday, I think we've been holding on to a level up for Wang Yi since last episode, so if you want to do that bit now. Wang Yi is a 45-year-old, level 7 legendary commander with a scout background. He's creative, philanthropic, dutiful, charismatic, arrogant and scarred. And you have 5 options for level up. Stone Bulwark, Flexibility, Nature's Ally, Composure, or Understanding. Which would you like? I'd love a Vanguard to replace a Sentinel. Oh, for your army? We can have a look into that.
最适合在此开始贸易。
Stone Bulwark. With Skin of Earth, arrows rebound harmless. Excellent. We'll come back to you for your army management. Wang Yi, so Doomsday, Chao Zhou and you are now friends. David's character Bao Huishan is now friends with Huang Chuan. Chao Zhou and Cai Yingmeng are also friends. As are Dan Wei and Bao Huishan. And Chao Zhou and Bao Huishan. That's relationship lost. Cai Yingmeng and Huang Chuan as well. And Doomsday, you gained this ceremonial axe in your battle, so you get to choose what you want to do with it. You apparently already have a ceremonial stone axe, so you literally have this item yourself, but you've now got another one. What would you like to do with the new one? Would you like to throw it in the loot pool, or would you like to gift it to someone? He can't gift it to himself, Imatek. He's already got the same thing. Send it to my general, buddy. So to Dan Wei. Dan Wei doesn't have an accessory, so he will gladly accept. Thank you kindly. Which means, because we're going to start over in the west, we're going to start with Ji-Bun, which is Mike or Undead Blank. This is his sponsorship. Mike, you are also 60 years old, and if you were an NPC at 60 years old, I would be looking to retire you from the front line. So, much like the Queen in England sends somebody a letter when they reach 100 years old, Zhongjiang is going to send you a letter just to kind of remind you that you're an old man, and just to let you know if you wish to retire, there's probably a tasty administrator spot available for you. But it's completely up to you as a sponsored officer, you don't have to retire. Mike may well still be at work. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you're 12 years younger than her, but you're still old. She's a relic. It'd probably be more eloquently written than that, because she's probably got me to do the donkey work. Her arthritis claws don't write very well. Ji-Bun still has a few years left, fair enough. Where would you like to go with Ji-Bun? You've got a Shu Han settlement at Chengdu Armor Craftsman. There's a small Yoa Turban force under Ge Feng outside of Chengdu. And then there's these 2 Shu Han settlements to your right flank. Although not Yuan Shu is over there as well. Where would you like to go? Let's take out the turbines. Shouldn't be too hard, but here we go. Decisive victory, low casualties. There's only 400 of them. What would you like to do? Ooh, let's steer clear of that topic, Ryan. Delegate. Oh, wrecked, mate.
今日此胜，乃
He
承
apparently
天之
fought a
恩泽。
duel against Chun Zhe and lost as well. And with your 50 prisoners, Mike? Right. Ransom.
放他们回家去吧。
Very well, Mike. You've still got a substantial piece of movement left, if you would like to use it. You know what? I'm going to ask you guys on stream, I think. I have been considering trying to get a sub badge. This is awesome to watch, Mr. Jeff Berry. Thank you very much. This is pretty much how I do all my games. I like audience participation. So we do sponsor an officer on any Total War game we play. We're going to be doing it on, or something similar, on XCOM when we play that as well. The only place I don't do it is when I'm streaming GTA 5 RP, because it's kind of hard to do then. Let's move towards the armor craftsman. Okie doke. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a sub badge, because I'm tired of seeing that little purple star from Twitch. And I've got 3 options for sub badge. So I'm going to ask you guys in chat which one you personally would prefer. But I'll do that when we get to the next point where the sponsor's making a decision. Not Yenshu, who is obviously not sponsored by anyone. It's just going to take out these yellow turbans. Whop. Off with their head. We'll take punishment. And Mao Jia has leveled up. Mao Jia is a 39-year-old level 2 vanguard with a guerrilla background. He's spiteful, reckless, and stern. You know what? Somebody who's both spiteful, reckless, and stern, I think they need fury. Strike with violence, always. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Right. He's mostly replenished, but not fully. So he's going to wait down there on our side of the border and then camp. Which will bring us up to this central area where things are not going well at all. Right, start with a Bandit Queen. Does she have the ability to night attack? She does, thanks to Guan Chu Dian.
万万不可！
She's going to attack Han Ran. She's going to night battle him. Snag her a Pyrrhic victory.
尸首尽弃于此，以儆效尤。
She's also snagged a bit of loot. She's captured Han Ran as well. but we're going to release him.
这群
And
人只
young
会
boy
拖我
Yu
们后腿
is。also going to get released.
俘虏也要吃饭，
Take the
放了，
replenishment.
这就是轻视我等的代价。
Oh dear, this other one that's in forced march over here is actually
狂呼吧！
her. She's going to strike him the following night. What cool ass sword does Song Jian have?
我的
we'll
事
have a
迹
look.
四海传扬。
Wei Shu captured. He's
我
gonna be
用不
released.
上他
We've
们。
captured her and he's employable. He's 63 years old, but you know what? I don't care. Guys, we are gonna get her. Now, Ryan, now who gets the last laugh?
绝不留情。
We are going to
我
take
所
the
看中之人
replenishment,
皆是
and
精
then
兵
we
细
are
将
going to attempt to move as far away from Yuanshang as possible. What's Chun's garrison like? 2 retinues.
恶名昭彰又有何妨？
Can he do night battles? Yes, Fu Wan can do them.
发动
So
农
in
民，
that case,
做好
Zhongjang
准
is going
备
to force march,
把战利品都呈上来。
yeah, into Chun, I think.
请下命令，前进！
Are you close enough? Zhanghua.
唯有扫清六合，天下才能平定。
That would be an exceptionally close fight if they fought. Is her worth it? It's not a L'Oreal advert.
谨遵命令，拿起武器。
Oh, Pyrrhic victory if we did it as a delegate. Valiant defeat otherwise. They have got some nice troops. Holy shit, they've got Jade Dragons. And Yellow Dragons. And... yeah, their officers do some hefty damage. So I think we'll switch it to a night battle instead. We'll grab that delegate.
乱军终于得以平息。
Ryan is like the voice of reason and Imitek is like the voice of doom. Mike's already figured out how the stream works. I'm
随
going to take
我
the
来。
replenishment.
树林静待时机，蓄势待发。威加海内，乱世随定。
Han Dang was killed in battle. I don't know if that's the Han Dang. Zhang Quan has leveled up. Zhang Quan is a 22-year-old level 3 sentinel with a clerk or clerk background. He's competitive, creative, careless and defiant. And he gets either perception or stability. Competitive, creative and careless. I feel like competitive, creative, careless is not very stable. And as much as it's not perception either, I have to pick one of them. So we're going to avoid the one that it's least like. And then... alright, we've still got armies around here. They're pretty battered.
不行，
They are not. But they, even in forced march, they can't get that far south.
杀呀！正气如火，熊熊不息。心有所欲，因而导之。准备行动。
Wei Wen is going to force march across
我
that
军
little
所向披
stream,
靡。
which should allow Juju to
Fire!
attack Pan Zhang. What? Why don't we get reinforcements?
快撤！
God damn it, he's on the edge
Fire!
of the feckin' thing.
迈向胜利，遵命。
Ah! I didn't move him close enough. And now Juju doesn't have the movement.
扬兵
Oh no, he
千
does.
日，用兵一时。
Hooray! Alright. Whoa, some stick swinging going on there.
我军如有天助，
That's
气焰大
Panjang
胜。
defeated. Juju apparently beat Panjang in a duel in that fight. I highly doubt that. We will snag
好
the
评乱贼
replenishment.，
澄清正在行进。快点！
Juju and Zhang Quan are now oath-sworn. Right, that's about all we can do in the centre. Which brings us, Ryan, over to Jiangwan and Taojin-Jin's sort of area.
满怀
I
信念，
reckon
奋力一战。
Taojin-Jin is going to push towards Pengcheng Temple.
我的目标十分明确，
Doesn't look like there's anybody in the temple, so
一鼓作
she's just
气。
going to wait on our side of the border. I was going to put her in ambush, but that's not going to work. So what would the Prime Minister Jiang Wan, sponsored by Ryan, want to do? David's in the chat as well. Welcome to the stream, David. I forgot what we were doing there. So yeah, guys, my three sort of options, or my three concepts for a Twitch sub badge. Either a reduced, like a smaller version of my logo, or a sort of Three Kingdoms style flag. So a bit like this sort of squared one with the like tassel-y banner bit. Obviously won't have Chinese in the middle of it or anything, and the colours will be what I want them to be. But something like that. Or, just because it's a sub badge, something very simple like a private, like if you know military rank insignia, a private chevron. The private chevron obviously later on will do like corporals and sergeants, and if that's the route we went down. I don't know if we did flags and sub badges how we would differentiate bigger, like people that have been subbed for longer. Flags we'd probably maybe just do different coloured flags, or maybe I'll put a number on the flag or something. I don't know. And sub badge, if it was my logo, I definitely don't know how we would distinguish it, but for the time being I only want one because I just want to get rid of that star. What do people think? Ryan's going to hold position and look into upgrading Dong Hai.
斩！
So you can upgrade the city centre, Ryan, or the merchant registry office, or the craftsman workshops. Covert, welcome to the stream as well. I don't think flag with my logo on it would work, Mike. It might be a bit too much to ask, because the sub badge tends to be pretty small anyway. The flag starts torn and gets repaired over time. That's a really interesting concept, Imotech. Upgrade the workshop, please, to a artisan workshop. Done. Is there anything else you would like to do? Both the latter two would be cool. I'd lean slightly towards flag. Mike voting for flag as well. Okay. Flag's doing pretty well for itself here. I don't know if the symbol would be big enough to really make the most of adding things to the flag, unfortunately. I might save flags for, like, to be honest, flags, if we don't use them as a sub badge, will probably be an emote later on when I'm looking at getting emotes. Which emotes are slightly bigger, so you can put a bit more detail on them and stuff. Annika's who I was going to ask to do my sub badge, David. In fact, I kind of already did ask her, but we didn't really get past asking. Ryan, any other orders for Jiangwan, or...? Nah, just hold there, want to see where that army off the coast goes. Okay, Doomsday, that's going to bring us up towards Wang Yi and Danwei. Longyear fishing port looks to be undefended now that you guys just won that victory. You have got an army under Hu Zong coming up the coast, potentially. But Danwei is... Danwei's pretty much told you either you take the fishing port or he does, and then the other one can do something else, so it's up to you which one you want to do. Imatech, I'd vote for private ranking, it's a bit more neutral rather than 3K specific. That's also a really good point, Imatech. And I think, as much as, you know, again, flags probably going to be emotes if we don't use them as a sub badge. I feel like my sort of channel theme is very military and very... I mean, I'm, you know, War Dog. And it's all about different games where you fight wars and stuff, or where you fight resistances and all of that stuff. So I actually have been personally leaning towards the military insignia route, because I think it's, first of all, it gives better options in terms of, like, later on subs, like your 6-month and your 12-month subs and stuff, because you can quote-unquote rank them up. And secondly, yeah, like you just said, it is more neutral rather than 3K specific. Is Doomsday still there, or has he wandered off? Haven't seen him talk for a bit. Not since David came in. Mr. Jeff Berry likes that idea as well. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe going with rank insignia, but I'm just definitely... I don't like seeing that star. Well, no, that's not true. I do like seeing that star, because that means that people have subscribed, and I love my Wolfpack members. You guys are amazing, you know, and I'm hoping that at some point I'll have enough Wolfpack members that I can just do this as a job and hang out with you guys, which would be fucking amazing, and I know how much that... if that were the case, then I basically, like, I work for you guys. I mean, that's, you pay my wages. As much as, you know, people that I pull over on 5M, I love to be like, I pay your wages, I pay my taxes. Wolfpack actually can say that. Or at least I'm hoping that one day they will. And those of you who are chipping into the pot now, I fucking love you guys. I never thought anybody would ever be subscribed to this channel, so thank you so much. Is she still alive, Tyler? She is. Thank you, Tyler. That'd be amazing, mate. Doomsday's awake. Excellent. Hit the fishing port. Okey-doke. Hitting the fishing port. Decisive victory, low casualties. That's your goal too, David? Yeah. I'm in a really fortunate position, but only for a very temporary amount of time, where my bills are being, like, I'm paying my bills out of, like, some money that I came into. So I'm covered on my rent and my electricity and my gas and water and all of that stuff. So if I could make enough money from Twitch, I could potentially pay for my food, which would mean, you know, that I wouldn't have to look for another job. I'm currently looking for a job. So I am in that very fortunate position. Delegate that. But yeah, the window for it is small, so I'm hoping by pushing the channel and doing more streams and more series and stuff that we can really get going. And getting the sub badges and the emotes and stuff is part of that. What are we doing with the town, Doomsday? So yeah, I think you guys and me are kind of on the same page, as much as I definitely like all three ideas. I think the military rank insignia is probably the best one. Doomsday saying occupy.
我至此城，
A
必
would-be
使之
assassin.
日以
Oh
应
no,
使
David, this is Bao Huishan. While your men were establishing order in the newly annexed town, a disgruntled civilian lashes out at one of your officers in a heated altercation and attempts to kill her. Your officer has the wherewithal to defend herself and even manages to kill her attacker, but is badly wounded in the scuffle. Bao Huishan, David, has been wounded. She's 45 years old.
准
And
备
then
作战。
Danwei. You know what?
沟通
Where
有
can
误，
they go? They can come ashore. Down there.
满怀信
Can you
念，
get down that
奋
way?
力一
You
战。
can. Trying to find a decent spot to put him in ambush.
向前进军，
So he might be able to ambush that army. See if
剑锋出
Danwei
鞘
can，catch them
攻
in
其不备。
ambush. It is spring, so we've got a reform. If you do your logo, you could kind of do it like a coin system, since you have the tipping cup, like a bronze coin, a silver coin, and then a good coin. That's a really good idea, actually. Once I get my ass in gear and have enough money saved up, I'm going to buy my physical rig. Yeah, I already have a physical rig, which I'm very grateful for as well. We're kind of at the point now where with tech I'm just like, I don't particularly know what order to do anything in. We don't need anything. Although I suppose 10% extra character experience wouldn't be terrible. Treatise on human beings. Through knowledge we gain understanding. We'll grab that and we'll proceed to the summer. Only problem with using coins is Imhotep would hoard them all. He's going to hoard whatever we give him, let's be honest. I've got a little bit of a sniffle. I hope I'm not coming down with something. Oh, you mother sticker! Alright. He does a lot of damage. She does a lot of damage. They don't have a massive amount of shields. We do outnumber them. What's the map look like? Great field battle. I was just looking and thinking we might be able to do this, and then I spotted this unit and that unit and that one and that one. Pearl Dragon units with that many men in them are just going to be horrific. You know what? I'm gonna try retreating, I think, and we'll see where they pursue us to.
这次是我们冲过头了。
Okay, apparently they still managed to do it, so we're gonna fight this. I don't know if we'll win. Yeah, their officers are very dangerous. Juju has actually got a pretty decent AP weapon. He's only got 10,000 health though. He's got 32, she's got 18. Alright. Map. Still a field battle. Let's go. One does not simply look for new loot, one is gifted new loot. Tactical assessment, red Chinese victory impossible. Yeah, I'm still running a standard sword, that's kind of depressing. I know, I don't fight the same way you do, Ryan. I'm not as good as you, god damn it. I'm going to rely heavily on the amount of archers and missile units that we've got. Because they really don't have many. In fact, they're defenders of Earth. Like, they've only got 13 in each unit. Like, one volley from our archers might well wipe each of them out. So I am kind of hoping that our missile units will do some heavy lifting here. Sorry lads, but your job is pretty much just going to be to stand there and get shot. Lord, she's got no health whatsoever. He's got no health whatsoever. He does boost melee evasion though. He's got Roar of the Beast as well. That could be very useful if they start wavering. Alright. I have no idea if this is going to work. But this is what we're going with. Right. Don't know where their trebs are right now. Shield wall them. What, the infantry? Yeah, you know what? Ranged block chance, that's probably smart.
你将一败涂地，并被彻底遗忘。
住口！受死吧！
So, their treb has only got one actual physical treb. If we can knock that out with our trebs, that might be useful. Come on! We definitely do not want theirs shooting at us. Damn it. It's not a bad start, but probably need to hit them again. I don't know where their treb landed. Well, their trebs are not happy. Good, their trebs are broken. Stop shooting at the treb, please. Start shooting at the pearl dragons. Oh my god, they've got a lot of cav there. No, no, come here. Go, 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 go.
上吧，你尽可做得更好。
若是仅凭三言两语便可免除刀兵，倒也罢。准备放箭！
准备开战，赶快行动！时机已至，在，上！ 友军正在遭受攻击！冲啊！骑兵上马，速速前进，做好准备，
弩手听命，
You
除
push
灭敌
forward.
军！
You swing out
赶快
right.
行动！
步兵听命，
You get them.
骑兵听令，顽强不屈，加快速度，片甲不留，
Or her
不要
rather.
留情。注意，无处不
Pop
在
some melee，
无
evasion
营
onto
可
some
觅。
peeps.
注意，杀！
Nope.
赶快，
You
赶
have
快！
literally done not what I told you to
准
do.
备好冲锋了吗？
弩手在此，来吧，继续，我知道你能行。
哦，
Right, excellent.
真是有趣，有
And
趣。
get her.
弩手就绪，赶快，准备弩箭，
Oh, morons.
赶紧
You
走
are！repeating crossbowmen. You'll do a lot more damage if you shoot people.
哈，敌军士兵正在溃
Fantastic.
逃。
挺住！杀呀！
Let's finish her off.
哈！敌将已被我军斩了，跑起来！准备就绪，
Drop a
前进！
morale debuff onto
动作
all of
快点！
them. Doesn't seem to be doing very much.
骑兵听命，杀光敌军！
注意，向前进军！矢时已尽，拔剑杀敌，箭在弦上，
Men have run out of ammunition.
做好准备。弓箭，行进，弩手准备。
Right. Are you boys firing at anything? It doesn't look like it.
射击敌军，
Hell no.
鼓起勇气！
弩手听命。
哈！敌将已被我军斩了！在！快跑！尽情厮杀！
No, not yet.
加速前进！鼓起勇气，动作快点！无处不在，无营可觅。
弓弩准备就绪，
骑兵在此，赶紧走！进攻！
弩手听命。向前开进，
They're running away, so just head up there and get stuck into them.
敌军仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫。
你太弱了！向前进军！
顽强不屈，弩手在此，
长剑准备，伏兵就绪。骑兵注意，片甲不留，准备拔剑，诛灭敌军。骑兵听命，加快脚步。
时机
They've
已
run
至
out，of ammo, so get into there. He is proving to be a nuisance.
我军一支
Are
部
you
队
guys actually
已
fighting
全
them,
军
or are you
覆
just letting
没。
that unit die? Or are you just letting that
旗
unit
手就
die?
绪，
Excellent.
尽情厮杀。骑兵听令，
挺住，
骑兵准备，
装好箭，
旗手就绪，诛灭敌军。听命，无处不在，无营可觅。
Oh man, he needs to die. Really, really bad.
离胜利又近了一步。伏兵听命，进军，剑士听命，请下命令。
杀呀！
骑兵听命，准备好了， 骑兵在此，骑兵注意，赶快！勇士在此，
弓箭准备。
Rushing with the officers.
骑兵
I've got
骑兵
spearmen
部队
coming down,
已
and he's
全
still on
军
his
覆没。
horse, so they should do plenty of damage
停住
to him.
骑兵上马，进军，杀光敌军！你太弱了，快快快，动作快点儿，做好准备，
Dodge
速
him!
速前进，赶快赶快，加快速度！
Where do you think he's going? He's taking my army on a
时机已至
tour.
敌军四散而逃，到底是无胆鼠辈！进
Right.
攻！
If you haven't got a horse,
骑
kill
兵
him.
在此，
If you have got a horse, chase them.
做好准备。无处不在，无影可觅。
He's got to die, come on. I am Gork, so who is Mork? Mork is Gork, and Gork is Mork.
准备就绪，
It's like you know
赶快
nothing
前进
about the gods.
鼓手准备。我军一支部队损失殆尽，无人生还。
挺住，速速前进，快走快走，杀呀！做好准备，
He's gonna die.
哈！
Hey!
被我军斩了。
One of the hidden axes managed to take him off his horse. Excellent. Claim victory. End battle. Just about survived. With, you know, one of our saber infantry amongst all 6 units still alive.
我军如有天助，气焰大盛。
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeff Berry. Not sure the poor sods in the army would agree, but... Hey, we gained his axe. We're definitely
好
taking
评
the
乱贼，
replenishment.
澄清四海。
Okie doke. The Patient Tactician. One of our greatest Xiangqi players challenges your general. The match goes on for many hours, and though their opponent displays a higher level of skill, the general's careful patience is enough to sustain victory. Dan Wei whooping people at Xiangqi, whatever that is. Guanchu Dien. Imatech has gained the Bright trait. Shi Li Ning has leveled up. Diao Yo is indeed dead, killed in battle. We gained a trader from somewhere, but that military great axe was definitely from that battle, which means it belongs to Juju, who currently has an heirloom spear, so he probably doesn't want to take that. And I don't think his sentinel can use it. No, they can't. That's not it, that's a different thing. So, who does he know that could use it? Nobody. In which case, he's going to gift it to Wei Wen, who is not going to accept it because... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because he's got a Marshal G. So I guess that goes into the loot pool. And we go over to the west side of China to see what Mike wants to do with Jibun. love on the minimap, like, all these little pins are our armies. Oh, it does actually tell you who the 3 officers in each one is as well. Like, we've got so many over in the east, and then just, like, 2 over here, and then a massive gap in the middle. Take the armor craftsman. G-Burn. Assaulting the armor craftsman. Decisive victory, low casualties, Mike. What would you like to do? Well, no, Tyler, I know, but he could decide to wait, or he could decide to turn around. I don't want to assume. Delegate. The whole point of sponsor and officer is you guys decide what you do, not that I assume that I knew what you were going to say, and do it anyway. And with the settlement, Mike? God, you are literally like a bloodhound or a grave robber, one or the other. Occupy. Very good. Ji-Bun has occupied Chengdu Armor Craftsman, and with that, Ji-Bun has actually reached the Himalayas. He's reached the western edge of Han China. Now, Not Yuan Shu is going to head towards Ba Shi farmland. So Not Yuan Shu is actually going to send a rider out to you, Mike, to Ji-Bun, saying, I'll get the livestock farm. If you want to get Chengdu farmland on the way back east, feel free. But if you leave that, he will loop around and clean that up as well. So he's informing you, if you wish to just return to the front line, essentially, you can, and he will clean up behind you. Now, what on earth is happening over here? Shi Li Ning has leveled up. She's 43, level 3 strategist with a rogue background. She's selfless, lumbering and cheerful. Oh, she's the one that we said is Hodor. She can have precision or intuition. Accuracy safeguards energy, so it is never wasted. Understanding cannot be taught, only felt instinctively. I'm not actually sure. None of the skills particularly seem to tie to her traits. I'm going to go with precision, just because I think it's, like, intuition seems like it would take a lot more brain power. Yeah, Ryan's pretty much just said the same thing. Right, he definitely needs time to recover there. How far can you get? Not to Chun. Liu Shang is running around with a pretty ferocious looking army. What's Chen Farmland's garrison like? 2 retinues. In that case, Juju is going to rest at Chen Farmland. And Wei Wen is going to head up there. And can she do night battles? No, she cannot. In that case, Wei Wen
向
Just
世
gonna
人
head up
宣
there
告
and
我军大业。
stop her crossing uncontested. Zhongjiang's gonna hold position. Tao Jinjin is gonna snatch Pengcheng Temple.
协力出击，
Lumbering is a no-no for precision. Yeah, but it didn't really strike me as intuitive either.
憧憬胜利，尔等必将无往不利。我军势力得以
There you go.
扩张。
Prime Minister Jiang Wan's wife and our Grand Commandant has taken Pengcheng Temple. That is Huzong, so that there is the army that was on the water, Ryan. It's come back onto land and is now to the southeast of you. Where can that army reach? The one in Pengcheng City?
不行，
It can reach Pengcheng Temple, can't reach Donghai.
你疯了吧？
Autopilot you, Doomsday. No worries, mate. Thank you for letting me know. I actually think that
坚
Danwei
如
is
盾牌
just going to make his
势
way,
如利刃，
his Danwei, back down south.
沟通有误。诸位猛士，随我征战，振作起来，
So he's going to
齐心协力。
head over this way. Can Danwei reach Donghai? No.
准备
can't.
作战，
If I move him any further forward, he might be under threat from Huzong as well. But he could certainly, if Huzong besieges Donghai, Danwei would be able to attack him next turn.
准备急行军，前进。
Wang Yi's going to head back down as well. Farmland. Pengcheng farmland? Okay. That one. I feel like the battlefield would suit me. I wish to join an army or at least raise a retinue. Cow! Zhongji, who has refused 3 times to be enlisted at the age of 43, has decided that he wants to join an army. I'm sure we'll have a spot for you at some point, Cal, because we've got quite a few older generals and stuff that I want to
目标只有
retire.
一个，
In fact, Dan Wei is 60 years old. So I think it's about time that he yielded.
大人，有话直说。
I don't think you can recruit in forced march stance. No, you can't, so I'm not going to recall him, because that'll put him down to 2 retinues.
居安思危，未雨绸缪。
Is that Raymond coming in with a resub? Twitch is just not giving me any notifications about subs today, guys. I'm really, really sorry. Raymond, thank you very much for the resub. Appreciate that. Welcome to your continued membership of the Wolfpack. 2 months in a row now, I think, without Twitch giving me any fucking information. The ladies refuse to speak to me as they don't feel that politics is a noble cause. Well, I mean, you know, typically. Ryan said yes, so you want to move to the farmland.
一统天下，
Moving,
精力充沛
and，that is going to bring us to the end of summer. Okay, he's moved somewhere in the middle. She's encamped. He's going to attack Zhongjiang. Uh-oh. Where did he come from? Yeah, sorry, somebody pinged me on Steam. living in harmony. Even the most defiant general loves the back and forth of a good argument. Perhaps that is how these two, defiant and standoffish to the last, became friends. They test, rebel against and fight each other, but still return for drinks and laughter. There are many complicated, unknowable routes to friendship. Relationship deepens between Jing Pei and Cao Zhe. Wei Wen has gained the honest trait, gained a devious attendant. How old are these people? He's 38, that's not terrible. She's 35 actually, that's pretty good. Previous service, nope. And nope. Both of them are probably spies. Dong Hai has completed its artisan workshops. Right. Away we fly to the west to see what Mike wants Jiben's next course of action to be. Yeah, I'm not sure that's true, Ryan, but you very much did have a position, a hand in securing her positions. And we've cracked 1 million in the treasury, guys. 1 million copper in the treasury. Are we still at our army cap? Yes. We will take the Chengdu farmland. Fastest route to there, well, you've got to go back towards that river crossing anyway, so we'll head down there. And not Yen Shu has found Baxi livestock farm, and it's undefended. Want some fondue now? Reinforcements have arrived. Reinforcements 1 million. I don't think they can really call you bandits anymore. Well, we are the Thai Dominion now. Yen Shu is going to occupy Baxi farmland. That's secured Baxi commandery. And Yuan Shu and Mao Jia have become friends. How old is Yuan Shu? He's still 52. So he's good. Oh god, they are really battered. That's not good at all.
谨遵命令。正气如火，熊熊不息。拿起武器。正在行进，威加海内，乱世随定。不。
The Bandit Queen is in trouble.
你疯了吧？杀呀！一统天下！振作起来！这样行不通。不可能这样做。悉心节欲，待时而发。你疯了吧？ 唯有扫清六合，天下才能平定。
Juju and Wei Wen are gonna rush to the Bandit Queen's aid,
准备行动，向前进军。
which may end up causing issues for them, but it's the only shot she's got, so they're gonna do that.
万物已然复苏。
Tao Jinjin can't actually reach Zhongyi.
心如利刃。
Dan Wei is going to march down to Dong Hai, and then at 60 years old Dan Wei is going to retire from leading armies, which I think, I don't think Sarah's in the chat, but Ryan, as Prime Minister Jiang Wan, I would like you to weigh in on appointing Dan Wei an administrator somewhere. Oh, Sarah's here as well. Welcome to the stream, honey. You were quiet. What do we think about making Dan Wei an administrator? Is our capital an imperial city? No, I'm pretty sure it's not. I have no protests about him being rewarded for a long life of dutiful service.
我的目标十分明确。
And find out what he's good at as an administrator. He's actually gives a fair boost to public order, not that we have a massive problem with that anymore. And a 10% boost to industry. Sarah has no issue with it either. Rewarded with more service. Alright, we need to find a place that has good industry income. But maybe not the best. Oh no, wait. You know what? We don't currently have an administrator of our capital province. So let's reward Danwei with the administratorship of Taiyuan. And then, now that he is the administrator, we will recall his retinue, which promotes Huang Chuan to general. He's only got about 4 years left before he needs to retire. But he is the general for now. And then he's going to need a lieutenant. Now, is there anyone super young that we should really be throwing in here? Who's our last officer? Her. So below her they are other people. We do have some younguns, but she's, yeah, so Cal Zongji is potentially being summoned to join General Huang Chuan in Donghai. Is he actually going to respond to his military summons for the 7th time? Or is he going to pull another Zhuge Liang and be like, nah bro, just come back later? You thought Her died, David? Nope, he was defeated several times, and then this latest time he was defeated, he actually joined us. We have Her. Cal's gonna say yes! Zongji at 44 years old. Did he just age a year by me reopening this? He's gonna join the army. So we're gonna retrain these G militia into spear guards. And then we're going to retrain Huang Chuan's G militia. You know what? He's going to take 2 units of yellow dragons because he can't afford proper saber infantry and he's not taking militia. However, we still probably need some additional frontline infantry, although these guys are not necessarily frontline. Cal's unit is going to be filled with... Is that what we want to do? God damn it. You know what, we'll give Cal 4 units of Spear Guard and 2 units of Yellow Dragons. Zongji, at 44 years old, has finally joined the army. Rename one of the crossbows, if possible, to Big Iron. In Xiao Zhou's retinue, or did you want to wait and put them into your retinue? Oh, well, if you're wanting to wait for your retinue, you're going to have to wait a bit longer because none of them are level... Oh no, wait! There is a level 10 unit! Big Iron. There you go. You've got Big Iron crossbowmen in your retinue. To the town of Aquafria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. Alright, Ryan. Orders for Jiangwan. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip, 'cause the stranger had a big iron on his hip. That is definitely not the lyrics. Shouldn't it be 'cause the stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip? You were singing that in one of your GA streams. I was. Big iron was indeed on when I was on the highway for a bit. I will go and assault that army outside of Peng Chung. Excellent. Jiang Wan going to attack Zheng Yi, who has legged it, which is fine, because he's legged it right into the path of Wifei, and Wifei's just going to sweep out of the temple and do him in. I brought dishonor to my family. War Dog singing stream, would anybody watch? Nobody would watch. And even if they say they would, I wouldn't want them to. Han Zidao captured, he's going to be released. And Zhi Li also going to be released. And she can still besiege the settlement. So she's actually going to head down and besiege Peng Chung as well. Ryan, you have the tiniest piece of movement ever left, but you could go into force march if you wanted to make up some distance. Well, you have a think. Tsai Ying-meng is actually beyond captain retirement age. She should be retired by now. So I think what we're going to do... Oh, it's Doomsday's army though. I can't really make that decision for him. Looks about fine to stay there. Okie-doke. Right, that's going to bring us to the end of what we can do here. Let's see what we get in the autumn. Oh, hello. Withdraw. You scumbag! Oh, they are attacking everything. Yep, I figured he'd come up. Oh, smart. So their two armies on the outside are attacking our two armies on the outside, because Zhengzhang can't help them because she's trapped in the city. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that we would win this. Well, we're not going to win this, to be honest. This is nasty. relatively weak. He's certainly not too weak. He's the factioner. Liu Shang. She's not too bad. He's a problem. Oh, what's this? A letter arrives to Imperial City of Chun for the Bandit Queen, delivered by a rider from the Prime Minister's retinue. My Queen, I hope this letter finds you well. Ha! I have a request to make. I have served your interests since the age of 18 with dutiful care and diligence. I wish for you to adopt me into your family. We may not have seen eye to eye for some time, but with none of us able to outrun time and no family of your own to continue your legacy, I would hope you would allow me. They're both enforced too, yeah, I know they are. It shouldn't be an ambush, because yeah, it'll be a field battle, but they'll be tired because of the forced march. I've got some cataphracts in there as well. You know what? We are gonna lose this, and if this said medium, I'd probably delegate it. But given that it doesn't say medium, which means they're gonna come out with low casualties, I think we're better off fighting it to try and maximise the amount of damage that we do to them, to give Zhongzhang a fighting chance. What are those green infantry in the last retinue? That is the Azure Dragons. They've got so many good units though, it might just be an epic waste of time. Spicy flopping back in. What do we reckon, guys? Do we delegate this battle or do we fight it? I think no matter which way we do it, it's going to be a loss. And I'm not 100% confident that I could really inflict more casualties than the auto-resolve, than the delegate would. Imhotep's saying fight. Ryan's saying fight. How much cav do they have? 1, 2, including cataphracts. 3, 4, 5. Five units of cavalry. 7 missile units, but it does include 3 units of Defenders of Heaven. There's a fair few militia in this second army, to be honest, but they have got Sabre Infantry, Gen Sword Guards, Sabre Infantry, oh actually no, there's Pearl Dragons, they're militia, Sabre Infantry, Pearl Dragons, Gen Sword Guard, Pearl Dragons, Azure Dragons. I could fight it to give the Queen a chance. Yeah, I know I said that, but the Queen's army is actually pretty battered anyway. I think if they got in a fight, she'd just get killed either way. Yeah, you know what? We're going to fight it just to try and do some damage to them. Shadiversity did a video on katanas again, and I want to do Shogun. Shad's a pretty, like, knowledgeable dude. Like, that guy knows so much stuff. Oh, for fuck's sake. Our reinforcements are going to come in from their flank. Well, that's less than ideal. Wait, what? Does he... He has guerrilla deployment. The strategist. Okay, that might change things up a bit. You lot. Group 1. Idiot included him. You lot. Group 2. Everybody starts over here. We're gonna have a foot race. You got group 3. Korea deployment. Yeah, exactly. Scalagrim's a like really knowledgeable dude as well. Go. Right. Don't really care about the formation. Just get the feck over there. Good, they've started a long way. Oh, and they're also going to withdraw back to their reinforcements by the looks of things. Excellent, that's going to give us plenty of time to get set up. I don't know Schola Gladiatoria. Yeah, going with the polar opposite strategy, Mike, but that doesn't mean that you were wrong, it just means that's not the one I'm going with. Yeah, maybe don't go that far. Where's his cavalry? Oh, it is moving with the army. Okay. I would like you guys to ride up into those trees so we can see what's going on, please.
向前，
做好准备，众军前进，列阵。注意！
You're not you when you're hungry. Yeah, there we go. Look at all that chaos. Hey, from chaos comes organization.
剑士准备，赶快行动！
You guys had best pick up the fecking pace, otherwise you're not going to be participating in this battle.
骑兵注意！大步向前，听从号令，前进！
行进，准备好了，行进，
骑兵听命，
你似乎很是吃力，需要帮手。
有趣啊！你又能鼓唇弄舌，又懂战场厮杀，速速前进！
八十车听命，
That may not be a terrible idea.
箭在弦上，
随机已至，
八十车听命，
Punch them in the morale. Oh, right in the morale.
准备开战！
Right.
骑兵
Three.
上马，骑兵就绪，
You guys can
推进，做好
draw
准
over
备，
that way.
众军
You
前
can
进
head，down there. You can move back
Waiting.
there.
推动发射车，射击，
Yes. Yes.
发射车准备，
Damn it. Burn.
准备就绪，立正，前进，
Oh good, they're shooting fire arrows out of the forest. That's intelligent. Oh, I mean, hard luck for these spear guards, I guess.
你已杀了多少人？我想还不够吧。
如也就这点能耐，
No.
何不再努力一把？时机已至，敌军四散而逃，到底是无胆鼠辈。 时已尽，无法继续射击了。
感受大地的愤怒吧！
骑兵听命，挺住！伏兵准备，起手就绪。
Oh, this is already going horrifically.
骑兵注意，做好准备，不要留情，上！注意，准备好了，
Oh my god.
敌军士兵正在溃逃，
做好准备，冲啊！顽强不屈，诛灭敌军。 注意，无处不在，无营可觅。准备开战。
Oh, this just looks amazing.
敌军四散而逃，到底是无胆鼠辈。
I know it's a big ask, but could you maybe try
骑兵听
disengage?
命，鼓起勇
Fantastic.
气，加快速度，杀光敌军，
No,
跑起
no,
来！
no, that's a bad plan. Don't do that. Are we still shooting fire arrows? We are. Maybe don't. Just shoot normal arrows.
发试射装弹，
准备拔剑，
准备就绪，尽情厮杀。
友军正在遭受攻击，
骑兵准备，
No,
准备好了，
no.
快跑！准备开战，加速前进。
Why are you
片
taking
甲
your
不
sweet
留，
time? God damn it, get on with it. Oh hell,
已至，
they are all bleeding out the back of
兵
there.
在此，
敌军仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫。
诛灭敌军。骑兵听命，
The left flank's just gone
骑
to
兵
hell
在此，
in a handbasket.
杀呀！
装好箭，进军，
鼓起勇气，
时机已至，感受大地的愤怒吧！
无处不在，无营可觅。此部队史实已悉数用尽。
赶快行动！水生万物，
顽强不屈，
挺住！
顽强不屈。杀！
How did you get in there? That's not where you were supposed to be.
速速前进！
Oh, damn
进
idiot.
军！顽强不屈。矢石已尽，拔剑杀敌。
箭在弦上，
听命！
Those are enemy spearmen. Don't be in there.
发石车中弹，准备就绪，杀！
挺住！快快快！
矢石已尽，无法继续射击了。
准备就绪，
时机已至，无处不在，无营可觅。
赞！
箭士准备，验阵，尽情厮杀。
顽强不屈，射手听命！
I don't know how you've ended up in there, but
进攻！你
pop
太
that.
弱了。
Then run away.
我军一支部队损失殆尽， 无人生还。
在，进攻！
准备开战！
Get out of his
装
way.
填弩箭，进攻！杀光敌军！
Cough Liu
做好
Shang.
准备，
顽强不屈。准备好了，
准备就绪。准备拔剑，进攻！鼓起勇气，
做好准备。
准备就绪，无处不在。我军一支部队损失殆尽，无人生还。
God damn it! Get rid of him.
在。注意，杀呀！
准备好了，
准备好了，
Kill him.
除灭敌军。
射手就绪。杀
You get them. You get her.
我
We are
军一
not
支部
doing
队
nearly
被
enough
全军
damage
覆
to
没。
some of their units.
做好准备，挺住，无处不在，无营可觅。
时机已至。注意，
顽强不屈。
Yeah. I mean, we were supposed to lose the battle, to be fair.
杀光敌军，时机已至。我方一支部队悉数阵亡，无人生还，加快脚步。
Get that prick.
准备就绪，准备好了，
It's not worth it.
顽强不屈，鼓起勇气，
Did you kill her?
准备就
You
绪，
did. Good job. Get him.
准备开战。
You go get him. Oh, you lost your horse, you
注
muppet.
意，
准备好了，片甲不
Go
留。
get him.
鼓起勇气，注意，无处不在，无营可觅。我军一支部队损失殆尽，
No.
无人生还。
Don't stop.
杀光
Go
敌
kill
军
him.！
鼓起勇气，诛灭敌军！
For God's sake. Let him get away.
做好准备，顽强
Idiots
不屈，尽情厮杀！
时机已至，准备好了，不要留情。
敌将受首，贼众溃不成军！杀！
Back.
在，时机已至，赶快前进，发矢车听命，向前开进，准备
Kill
开
him.
战，
You did. Banzai your way down there.
准备就绪，
Oh dear. We won. He's getting absolutely mullered.
准备就绪，
做好准备，
挺住！杀！
Can you guys maybe try and get rid of her
不要
before
留
the
情
battle ends?
敌
That'd
军
be
攻势
great.
太猛，不得不退。挺住，
Being pushed back, you don't say. Get her! Get her, she's trying to get away!
顽强不屈，水胜万物！
做好准备，尽情
You
厮
need to
杀
ride。through them. Ah, you can't, because they were Azure
Shot!
dragons and you don't
And
have a
quiet,
horse
and quiet.
anymore.
杀，
Good job, bud.
顽强不屈。你太弱了，
准备好了，
敌军仓皇逃
Get
窜
rid，of her.
一群懦夫。
注意！
时机已至，准备就绪，
将已
It was
被
a
我军
noble
斩
effort.
了。
做好准备，鼓起勇气。
A truly noble effort. There's not really much we can do now. Thanks for letting me know they were out there, Ryan.
上马，加快步伐。
I didn't know they were there. I'd have used them if I did. Oh, sorry. I was trying to manage shit.
将领不幸阵亡，
Oh,
守住阵
people are
线，
angry now
无处不
because
在，
somebody died.
无营可觅。你太弱了，顽强不屈。
To be honest, I think they're too tired to get over here. I can't believe I missed them. There's 2 highlighted messages. Can't see that shit when there's a battle going on. I'm not looking down.
注意，水胜万物。
我军一员将领阵
Nope,
亡，
she's gone.
众将士
Let's upset
切勿
somebody
动摇。
else. Oh dear. To be honest, I really don't think that they'd have turned the tide, given how much their units are still alive. They definitely got rid of more of them, but
时机已至，在
we were always supposed to lose this battle.
我军一支部队已全军覆没，我军一员将领阵亡，众将士切勿动摇。
注意，不要留情，冲啊！马军准备进攻，鼓起勇气，
Nope, he's gone.
准备好冲锋了吗？
Friggin' Last Samurai. I know that's not Chinese, but it's the image I'm in.
骑兵准备，赶快前进，赶快，赶快，进军，片甲不留，上，加快速度。骑兵在此，起手就绪。 准备好了，赶快！骑兵听命，
So
杀
bad.
光敌军！
I didn't even put them out there. At least not that I remember. I thought I'd screened them across here, so when I'm sitting looking at the battlefield like this, I assumed they were in the fight.
马军听令，行进！骑兵上马，动作快点！骑兵听命，杀！骑兵就绪，挺住，杀呀！
It's not going well for them. Yeah, there's definitely a
我方一
chance
支
we
部
would
队
have.
悉数阵亡，无
But,
人
you
生
know.
还。
These things happen. Again, I don't know how they ended up out here. I don't recall lining them up out there.
骑兵准备，
Retreated them when the Azure Dragons turned to fight them. Oh, yes, I did, didn't I? Yeah, they hit the backside over here, then when I pulled them out, the enemy chased them. Yes, you're right. I did just tell them to go over there and then forgot I'd done it.
骑兵，
That's my bad.
骑兵就
Well, we might have won, certainly. But hopefully we've at least done some damage. I hope we have,
我
because
军一
it's
支部
cost us
队
a lot.
损失殆尽，无人生还。
We're going to speed it up. I'm not conceding defeat because we want to do as much damage as possible, so unfortunately these guys are going to have to fight to the last.
我军已兵临敌军城
A
下，
valiant
而敌
defeat.
军仍在做困兽之斗。此战若是牵延日久，则难免落个两败俱伤。若延
Ouch. Double ouch. How many did they lose? 1, 2 officers. It lifted the siege though. Oh my god, there are so many Wu armies down here. What the fuck? Chun Chun killed. Shirley Ning killed. Zhang Quan killed. Zhang Xiangjuan was released. We apparently got a horse. Hooray. And Wei Wen and Ju Ju survived as well. I guess they just got away. God damn it. Alright, let's move that. That's a loss, loss. Lost. Oh, god damn it. I was too used to right clicking. There was a rivalry there that we missed. Oh my god. Right. Give me a sec, because they 100% need to be added to the list. The Mighty Fallen. When was that? Harvest 245. Zhang Quan. All right. Mike's going to be lurking. No worries, Mike. Yeah, it's not as bad as it appears, Ryan, certainly, but it's you know, it was an owie for sure. We can now recruit 3 new armies. Fuck knows who's going to lead any of them, but let's start looking into that. Wei Wen is actually 64, so I'm going to leave Wei Wen retired. We're not going to bring him back. He's long past retirement age. And we are actually going to give him an administratorship, I think. What do we think, guys, to giving Wei Wen an administratorship? In fact, what do we think to just giving all 3 of the surviving officers administratorships? They're all 50 plus. So it's not like they're young'uns. I would also like to remind the Bandit Queen to consider my letter. Yes, thank you for that reminder. I had forgotten, but we'll try and deal with that as well. Yeah, I think they've earned it as well, Ryan. So let's find out where we're going to be putting them all. We're going to start with Wei Wen, because he's the oldest and he's not going to be redeploying for sure, because he's 64. He is a very generic administrator who doesn't really have any specific buffs, so I guess we are just going to reward him with something. He's a guerrilla. Stubborn, honest, healthy, solitary and scarred. I feel like Wei Wen as a character would probably like somewhere in the northwest. He's 64, he's stubborn, honest, healthy, solitary, so he doesn't particularly like people, and he's stubborn and old and scarred, he's grizzled as shit. So yeah, I think we should put him up here somewhere. Imhotep's suggesting we shove him as far northwest as possible. Which, to be honest, that's not a bad shout, Imhotep. We'll give him Wu Wei. It's not meant to be a punishment, it's meant to be a reward. Wu Wei Wen. So there we go. Wei Wen is now in Wu Wei. The other two, we have Jiang Shangjuan and Zhu Zhu. I think I'm going to redeploy both of them, but I want them to redeploy as administrators for what they did. So we'll start with Zhu Zhu. What is he good at? He's another one that's just a generic sort of officer type. Creative, suspicious, cunning, philanthropic, honourable and scarred. Where should we put Juju's administratorship, guys? Do we give him a wealthy settlement? You know, do we give him a... Don't think vanguards get many good administration traits. They might not. He's still getting one though. Yeah, a lot of their stuff is geared towards army stuff, isn't it? Which makes a lot of sense. Ryan says Luo Yang. Any disagreements with appointing Juju the administrator of Luo Yang, guys? Imhotep says Chang'an. I mean, Luo Yang is the bigger of the two, and was the capital before Chang'an, so I think giving him, since he was one of the generals, Luo Yang is more fitting. We're going to give Juju Luo Yang, and then we need to find somewhere for Jiang Shangjuan. Oh yeah, this is the woman that was sent to us as a spy by Lang Juanyan. Then we sent her back as a spy to Lang Juanyan. Then she spied on Lang Juanyan till she got wiped out and then came back. She's had quite the career, to be honest. She's brave, philanthropic, clumsy and vain. I think Imhotep's pushing for her to get Chang'an now. The Prime Minister has no protests with her getting Chang'an, so we will give her Chang'an. She just, yeah, she's pretty generic. She provides a public order boost, but that's about it. There we go, 3 new administrators appointed. Now, we need to look into potentially, well, not potentially, we need to look into raising some new forces. Apparently we can have up to 13 armies now. Do administrators provide an army slot? Yes, they do. Okay. I actually never ever noticed that. For every administrator you have, you get +1 available armies. Alright. We need to find a candidate that can take command of a army. I think Juju certainly gets one of them. And Jiangshang probably gets another. That's why we had 9 out of 8 armies earlier. That makes sense, Imatech. Yeah, we don't need to redeploy these two at Taiyuan, Ryan, but I want to like see what the makeup's going to be with like their captain and their lieutenant, and we might well need to recruit for them, so it's not the generals that I'm worried about redeploying, it's the rest of their force. So they're both going to need a captain, preferably somebody that's got some experience, but isn't a fucking relic, of which we have many. Her's really old, isn't he? He's 64. He shouldn't really be fighting at all if we can help it. We've got one 23-year-old, one 37-year-old. Okay, so that's his 2 lieutenants, is Sun Li and Shi Sun Yanan. Or Yanan, because they're the only 2 under the age of 40. So we can probably afford some slightly more experienced captains. I kinda do want to put Liu Wan and He in. In fact, let me have a look at him. He would actually spy for us. And given that he's 64, but hasn't fought for us, there's not much, like, he's very unlikely to be given an administrator position. So I kinda think we should send him out as a spy. David has engaged the lurk mode and set up an ambush. Thank you for letting me know, David. Should we send her as a spy back to Wu? Is Taiwan conquerable? Yes, it is. There are actually 2 settlements there. In one of my multiplayer campaign with Sarah, I did that. May as well, it will be a giggle. Right. Was that a pun, Ryan? And... right. Chuan Qinju is 71. How long has she fought for us? It's only since 242, so not long. Which means she was old when we got her. I might whisk her off to be a spy somewhere as well. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to send her off to spy on the Duchy of Bar. Yeah, and figures. So we'll send her away. And then we've got Zhu Pu is apparently 59 years old. We've had him since 237. Alright, let's try and fill up these captain slots and
正
stuff
气
then.
如火，熊熊不息。
So for Juju, it's not going to be Jingpei for sure. Oh, nobody seems to harmonise with Juju. Guo Rui Ying does though. She's 49, we could send her. Do we have the Celestial Sword so I can see the other half and check the half on the wiki? Where's the Celestial Sword?
一统天下。
Oh, you want the Mandate of War. You need the Waking Dragon Strategist's robes by the looks of it.
悉心节欲，待时而发。
So we shall give... Okay, she harmonizes with him as well, but Sun Li doesn't, so... Maybe we won't give him her as a captain. Okay, fuck it. Right. If we're looking at people he harmonizes with, which why not? She does, and he does. Guo, what's her name? Yeah, but like of the two that are gonna be lieutenants, one of them doesn't harmonize with him and the other does, and the one that does is a strategist. So I'm thinking of giving him her as a lieutenant.
当断
See
则
where
断。
she's at. Would she harmonize with Sun Li? No, she wouldn't. But Sun Li's a vanguard as well anyway, so... God, what went on with his retinue? Tell you what, I'm gonna give this one Guo Rui Ying as a captain,
智略所指，我
and
之
then
所在。
she can take, as much as he doesn't particularly harmonize with her, she can have Sun Li
唯有扫
as a
清六
lieutenant.
合，天下才能平定。
Juju will take... I'm tempted to take Liu Wan, because he's 51, which makes him the same age as Juju. But he hasn't actually fought for us yet, and we could still eke 9 years out of him. And then do something else with him. So I think we're going to go with Liu Wan for Juju's captain.
满怀信念，奋力一
And
战。
his lieutenant is going to be Shesun Yanan.
心如止水。
So now we need to
气
redo
聚
their
神
armies.
明
He's going to keep his raider cav. He's got heavy mounted archers, which we'll keep, but not the mounted archers. What's the difference? They're slightly faster and have more ammo. They have better armor and better charge. We'll let him keep both, I guess. Right, we need to get some frontline troops though. In fact, no, he's not going to keep either because we need the frontline troops. So he is going to get Sabre Infantry, Sabre Infantry, Sabre Infantry, Sabre Infantry, and plot twist, Sabre Infantry. She is going to have Archers. Archers. Trebs. Repeating crossbows. Crossbows and crossbows. Cool, that's her done.
法令必行。
Right, she's got most of her front line in her retinue. You're going to need a strategist retinue. And you are going to need something other than a strategist retinue. Mike's be right back again. How old is Zhongzhang by now? I think she's 72 still, because we haven't gone through that many turns, to be honest. She's 73. I guess she aged a year.
时局变动，戡乱讨逆。
Alright, we're going to give this geezer some Raider Cav. And you know what? Bollocks. I'm going to give him 2 units of yellow dragons to add to the front line. I'm actually going to retrain her saber infantry all into yellow dragons after what she's been through. And then we will give him a couple of hidden axes. Right, that's 2 armies. We can't really deploy the 3rd one just yet because we don't have enough retinue deployments, which means we can finally start the autumn turn. I know that Mike's BRB. No, he's not. He's just come back. Mike, Jiben's orders. Are we still heading towards Chengdu farmland?
山虽万仞，难避怒雷。
What turn are we on, Imatek? We are on turn 277. Yes, we are still going towards the farmland. So that's going to be a stay overnight in the salt mine.
百姓是否安好？
Meanwhile, not Yen Shu. Yeah, not Yuan Shu's going to head towards Bashi. Right, I'm actually, because she's in a shit position, I'm going to start working from the west in, just for this turn. Because it's going to be more helpful in terms of what the armies are going to be doing.
因而导之。
居安思危，未雨绸缪，一往无前。
Because it means we can do stuff like this, which is going to free Jiang Wan's
见识一下我们的激情。
Zhang dies in the next 100 turns. She better do. She's already 73. 100 turns is like 20 more years. Liu Tingshan was captured, but we're going to release her. And we'll occupy. Hey! Is Cal around? She has indeed read your letter, Ryan. I'm going to get Sarah to weigh in on it because she is Song Jian. But first of all, if Cal's around, he has leveled up. Probably Mike. Is Cal still around? I don't know. We'll see if he props back up. Ryan, you and Tao Jinjin have got moves.
恕难从命。
They've got a fair few armies. That one is Hull.
不可能这样做。
That one is not.
你疯了吧？
That one is not.
不，
And that one is not.
奋力
You
一
know what?
战，前进！
不行，这样行不通，沟通有误。
Yeah, we probably don't want to get
万万不可。
too close over that way.
永不为奴，心怀怨怒，永不退缩，
Bandit Queen chasing everybody away.
振作起来！
She will then
我的财宝呢？
re-garrison Chun. We'll skip past Peng Chung to aid in Chun.
时局变动，
Uh,
叛乱
you
逃
can't because of Peng Chung's zone of control.
我
However,
已准备好作战了。
yeah, no, Wifey's not really strong enough to take it on. So, what do you want to do here? Peng Chung is kind of a thorn in the side. If Wifey can go past it, I will besiege Peng Chung. Actually, fuck it, we'll both attack Peng Chung. Okay. So we'll move Wifey onto the edge
齐
of Peng
心协
Chung.
力，
And we will have Jiang Wan attack. Close victory. With medium casualties if you attack now. Delegate that bitch. Oh, okay, we're going for it now.
天命在我，谁敢不服？
Fu Wenxiang was captured, Ryan. Release her.
都放了吧，
And with the
谅他
settlement,
们不敢造次。
occupy.
我至此城，必使之日以应时。
坚如
Right.
盾牌，势如利刃。
不，
全军听令，
Gonna move Wifey to
深谋
there.
远虑。
And drop her into ambush, so
剑锋
she's
出
actually
鞘，
covering the river
攻其
crossing.
不备。
拿起武器，
Move Wang Yi as
向前
close
进
as
军。
possible so that he can move next turn. Tao Jinjin and Su Chao have become oathsworn. Mr. Jeff Berry screaming occupy as well. Wang Yi has gained the stalwart trait. Mr. Jeff Berry, as a member of the Wolfpack, if you wish, you may sponsor any officer that is not already sponsored. So, if you spot somebody and, you know, I'm not asking another player what that person's gonna do, they are free. Also, I don't have the letter in my messages anymore, so if you need Sarah to read it, you may need to find it yourself. Aha! Yes. Well, she doesn't need to particularly read the letter. Honey, are you still around? Are you lurking? I'm doing a heckin' lurk. Can we pull you out of the hecking lurk for one decision? So, both you and I, since you refuse to leave the army, are in Chun,
我
and
等
there
心
are
怀
lots and
忠
lots of
贞，才
enemy
有此
forces
胜。
around us. We
现
almost
在
just
来
died.
尽情庆
In
贺吧。
fact, 3 of our officers gave their lives to lift the siege, so we didn't die. But around about, just before the siege started, we got a letter from Jiang Wan, basically requesting to be adopted by us, because, as he said it, we may not have ever seen eye to eye, but I have served the Thai Dominion dutifully since I was 18, and time is catching up with us both. So Zheng Zhang is going to turn to faithful husbando Song Jian to ask if he thinks we should adopt Jiang Wan as our son. Oath son. Adopted son, I guess. Because she sees merit to what he's saying, but she knows that she dislikes him. They don't see eye to eye. So she doesn't know how fair she's being. What's the age difference between Song Jian and Jiang Wan? 4 years. How does Song Jian feel about him? Also, how old is he? Song Jian is 55, Zheng Zhang is 73, and Jiang Wan is 51. So, I mean, he's appealing to be Zheng Zhang's adopted son. And it really just makes her a cougar that her husband is about the same age as her adopted son. But Song Jian and Jiang Wan don't harmonize. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't like him. Yeah, he's not listed as like a rival for Song Jian. They're just not friends. They don't harmonize, but it doesn't even look like he's on like your acquaintance list as a negative acquaintance. Even though you're both on the council. Don't forget as well, if you are a sponsored officer, or if you have a sponsored officer, especially if you've sponsored somebody who's getting on a bit, you can bequeath all of your possessions to somebody in a will in the hashtag stream chat in the Discord. But to do that, you have to list what the items are. So if you want to ask me to look at your character so you can see them, that's fine. But you can't just say all of my stuff too, because the point is I don't know what your stuff is. When you die, it will go back in the pool. Bequeath, not queef, for fuck's sake. Sarah's doing a heckin' think. That explains everything. Oh dear. Not sure where that loot was gained. And yeah, don't forget as well, guys, as much as this campaign is going to end when Zheng Zhang dies, for me that doesn't mean it's finished. I want to carry on afterwards. So all we're going to do is, like, she's going to lose her evening slot and we're going to start playing the campaign with Song Jian, who is her heir, on a Friday afternoon. So it will still continue after this, and sponsored officers will carry over. Even though I keep saying we're going to end the campaign when she dies. We will start playing the Cao Cao campaign, but the Song Jian campaign will also be continuing. What do we think, honey? Are we going to adopt Jiang Wan? Shush you. I think I very explicitly said honey, which definitely disqualifies you from the conversation. Don't make me send him a tech to confiscate your loot. I think Song Jian is going to let it be up to his queen. He doesn't have any strong feelings for or against, although he does see a benefit of having an heir who may continue the legacy. In that case, the Bandit Queen is going to pause and consider the offer, but I want to move forward, so we're going to end the turn and move into winter. She's definitely still thinking about it. No, she's not thinking about that. In before she dies this winter. I mean, it's possible. I don't think she's gonna, because I'm starting to feel like she's just gonna live forever. Oh no. They've besieged Chun again. She's still alive. Our spies have been dispatched. There's a rebellion imminent in Chun, because it hasn't got enough problems, apparently. Yu Long is 31. No. What are your previous loyalties? Kingdom of Wu in 242. It's now 245. You, sir, are getting recruited. Right. That's going to take us across to Jibun in the west. Jibun. Mike. No, the rules are, Mike, if your sponsored officer becomes the faction leader, you need to choose another sponsored officer, and I will start role-playing the character as per their traits, because otherwise, basically, the person who's sponsoring the faction leader has to be here and has to make every single decision, and that's just not doable. But it is definitely a point of merit if your character becomes the faction leader, so... What would you like to do, Mike? I don't think you can reach Chengdu farmland this turn, but you could proceed forward towards it if you wished. Untaxed Chun farmland, or Chun rather. That's not a bad idea, Ryan. It's not really gonna... It's probably gonna be 2 or 3 turns and then there'll be a rebellion, but... Let's actually head east. Okay. So this... Where are you trying to aim for? I'll try and give you the names. Are you heading for the river? Are you aiming for Bardong Iron Mine or somewhere further beyond? A lot of the territory on the south side of the river is actually the Duchy of Ba or Jiaji, who we're not at war with. Bardong Iron Mine. Okay, fastest way down that way is apparently there. And Not Yuan Shu promised that he would clean up the farmland behind you, so he's going to move down to there. That brings us to these guys. Right, we're gonna recall their retinues. And recall her retinues. Because they don't need to be deployed up there. Did I? Yeah, I did. And no. We won't be able to redeploy them this season, so we might as well build another army, I guess. Which will fall under the command of who? Well, they're all over 60. Cao Zhe is 53. He could command an army. 53. Yeah, I think it's going to be Cao Zhe. So he's going to be a general. his captain will be... His lieutenant is probably going to be the one we just recruited, which is Yu Long. His captain...
冰湖之下，暗流涌动。
Yu Long is a captain, a commander rather. So let's give him Liu Yin as a captain
威加海内，
and Yu
乱
Long
世随定
as。a lieutenant. Then we need to sort out his retinues. Unfortunately, he's losing a level 10 G militia, but these things happen. That's not what I wanted. He's already got trebs there, so we'll do crossbows, and repeating crossbows. This geezer can have Raider Cav. You're going to end up needing the front line, so you're going to be Saber Militia across the board. That means you need the spears, and then we need a couple of assault units, which we will make. You know what, let's do one of each, why not? Put Jing Pei in that army. Jing Pei's retired and also disgraced. Right, again, from this kind of bit we're going to work from the furthest west. Wang Yi is going to march down here.
尽在我等。
Huang Chuan is going to march down there as
悉心
well.
节欲，待时而发。
满怀信念，奋力
Which
一战，
should mean that Tao Jinjin can get rid of
锐
Yuan
不
Shang.
可当。目标
Yuan
明确，
Shang doesn't particularly want to fight,
目标只有一个。
but if that was the case, he shouldn't have
我
chosen to
军
be
必
there
胜
because she's got him.
诸位举杯相庆吧！
Whoa, Yuan Shang was captured. He would actually join us. And we've got more than enough money, so we're going to employ him just to
目标
deny the
明确。
enemy the officer.
对他们严加处罚，恐怕颇为不义
Right. Oh, and we got an additional captured officer as well. The additional one is Chu Yue, who is 24. Excellent. Can you reach Chen, Ryan? No. Not this turn. Fortunately, the Bandit Queen's retinues are actually a little bit better, having got that bit of replenishment. If you wanted, Ryan, Huang Chuan would jump into forced march to help you, like, kill off Pan Zhang. Although you can reach Pan Zhang anyway, but you're not fully finished replenishing, so your strength is pretty equal. We'll attack the army between me and the farm. In that case, Huang Chuan will assist you.
我军所向披靡。
And
做好准备，
Waifu will move
向
back
前进军。
towards that direction.
全军出击！
Jiang Wan coming out of Pengcheng. Decisive victory with low casualties, Ryan. Delegate that bitch. And replenish. Excellent.
每打赢一场，
Noted.
天下就安定一分。
Loot. Some armor there. You've captured all 3 of them by the looks of it. First one is Yuan Kao, who is 27. He's rivals with people in his own faction, I think. Release.
放了他们。
Han Zhang, 63 years old. Rivals with somebody in his faction. Release.
我可
And
不是薄
Tang
情寡义
Sheng,
之人。
who is rivals with somebody, people in his own faction. And friends with the guy you just released. Release again.
放了他们。
Replenish. Zhongji and Huang Chuan are now friends. Chunjun and Lu Ju are friends. And Jiangwan and Huang Chuan are now friends, Ryan. And you gained Warrior's Reinforced Leather as loot, which... I mean, you don't want it anyway, but... it's not a commander thing. It's either Vanguard or Champion. So what would you like to do with that? Thermalator, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the doghouse, buddy. If you are one of those people who are currently lurking and watching the stream, if you want to do ! Discord to get an invite to my Discord, feel free. If not, don't feel obligated. Would be happy to give it to Lu Ju. Okay. Yeah, he's going to accept. Le Ju. Sarah, thank you for popping the Discord invite. You've got a little bit more movement left over, Ryan. Have you seen the Three Kingdoms series? I haven't, actually. I know that they exist. There's several of them, I think. Different, like, ones from different times. One in the 90s and one in the early noughties or something. Shuffle onwards a bit more, Ryan. Okido. And... oh yeah, that's Cao, isn't it? Oh, Huang Chuan is actually going to try and keep up with you, Ryan. We know about that. That's going to finish us up for the winter. Oh no. Oh no! They are actually going to attack us. Oh my god, that third army actually managed to get close enough as well. You know what? We could offer surrender, which might well keep Zhongzhang alive, but I don't think she would. I am going to pop a quick save just in case we have any crashes, because we've played a while. I think we're going to fight this, guys. It might be Mike. Watched this game before playing and then started playing. Oh, G me! Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. 2 new people in the stream right now, guys. We are going to fight this battle. It may well be the end of the Bandit Queen. War is good for the soul.
他们的功业也就到此为止了。
阴影日渐拉长，黑夜愈发昏暗。
Mr. Jeff Ferry saying fight
终
it.
于该消
The
灭他们
interesting
了。
thing is, if we lose and all die, the faction heir is in this army as well. It's just gonna get nasty. Barricades, 1. Well, we have got interior towers. We've got good towers there. Their reinforcements are going to come from over there. Holy shit. Okay.
把石射准
Krebs.
备。
If we put them there, how far would they reach? Pretty damn far. But if we put them down there, they would reach further. Trebs on the walls? What? Some of these towers are destroyed. Oh, there are Trebs on the walls, yeah. Yeah, some of our towers are destroyed, which is unfortunate.
箭在弦上，听命。
If I can help it, I'd rather not have the actual army's archers on the walls,
出手就绪。
because they've got more experience, and I don't want them getting like caught in melee.
弓箭准备，弓箭手注意，射手准备，装
Where
好
are you?
箭。
On the street down there. Now you're on that wall. We've got Trebs there.
把石车听命。
Our Trebs cannot reach them. Might be worth moving the Trebs into this square. Trying to destroy theirs. Uh-oh, it's Reese! I see you coming in there, Reese. Alright. I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna put our cavalry kind of down this street. They may go out of that gate, they may not. We shall see. Right. We're gonna have to make a massive effort to defend this, these towers here. What's the problem? There we go.
鼓起勇气，
You're the captain. You can stay down there.
士在此。做好准备。
Towers here. Probably gonna want to protect them as well. Cool, right, Bop, 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 bop. Do these do anything, or are they just controlling the gate? We have got a tower on this corner that we might want to try and defend. Although saying that, it's probably going to get hit by trebs and shit, innit? So let's defend it with garrison troops. Put you guys over here. Old Jimmy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Yeah, same Ryan. That's kind of where what I'm thinking as well. I am, however, going to put units here because we need to stop them getting to that tower. Where are you right now? Yeah, you're just standing over there. Let's squeeze you further forward if we can, which we can. Yeah, the problem is they're going to have a lot of reinforcements coming from this side, and I don't feel like our towers are going to get much chance to do very much against them unless we man the walls, which I think I would rather not do. But we also don't really have any towers on this side of the city that's gonna, on the interior, that are gonna do anything. Right, let's go through. You've got a position, you've got a position, you've got one, you've got one, you've got one, and you've got one. So the Bandit Queen's retinue's deployed, you've got one, you don't have one. You guys are going to defend that gatehouse. And we will put one of our own retinues of archers up on that wall. You will stand in the street down there. You have a job. You have a job. You do not have a job. Right. I'll bring you guys back there and say do not fire. Crossbows. One there. And one there.
挺住！
Gen infantry captain here. You can be in charge of that wall.
注意！
You've got a job.
武器！
You guys don't have jobs.
准备就绪！
Tell you what you're going to do. You're going to stand in front of the hidden axes so that people shoot at you instead of them. Sorry. I'll keep these guys over here as a reserve for that wall.
射手在此！
You guys have got jobs. This G infantry captain is sort of in charge down here.
举起长矛！
You've got a job. You've got a job.
开战！
You do not. Job. Job.
电准备，
Job.
准备好了。
So now it's just the officers. And Zhongjiang's going to be down here.
鼓起勇气，
Song Jian has a melee evasion buff. I'm going to want him near the front.
注意！
准备
And
就绪
then。Guangchu Dian. You know what? I'm just going to keep the officers more or less together. Yeah, I always abandon the walls when it's a lost cause, Ryan. Here we go. Set them on fire or not. This is straight out of Dynasty Warriors. to get very jittery, guys. There's a lot going on. Yep, thanks for that, Ryan. There's that one. Not really sure what you guys are doing right now. The enemy treads died? Yes, they did. So he just decided to send out.
知道了，别老找我搭话。
敌军正在登场。你太弱了，可怜之力，你出自可怜之口。矢石一击，拔剑杀敌。战斗会让你厌烦吗？愿如此刀锋，垂舍吧。
速速前进！
矢石一击，拔剑杀敌。
Not really sure what this cavalry is trying to achieve. Shit. Oh good, things are on fire. idea if that actually did. Why are you guys not ready? Yes, you're doing what? Nothing. Trying to get through there right now. Oh shit, you want to shoot the engine? Shit as well. 1, 2, the end! Definitely turn things around though, holy shit. Song Gen and Jung Jang are now really angry. Oh no, that's not what we wanted. How the hell did you get in? Get him, Song Gen! They've still got extra units to enter the battlefield, though, don't forget. Like, what we can see isn't what is happening up here, exactly? that wasn't quite the plan, Sung Jin,
准
but
备就绪，进军。
做好准备。
起手就绪。准备好
I
冲锋
don't know how
了吗
many times you want me to tell you to disengage, but... Take that back. That's not going particularly well.
收手，非常快的超军。
Hello? Dismount your horse, thank you. Oh my god, did that archer actually kill a defender of heaven? That's amazing. Good job, buddy. There's 168 pearl dragons. Think you can do that 168 times? Maybe don't quite get it. You guys really don't get it, do you? Oh shit. Run away!
敌将已被我军斩了。
Uh-oh. 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 Maybe their strategy could be a little- Don't know. Which bit of this do you not understand?
敌军士兵正在退逃。
时机已至，冲啊！
敌将受手，非众退伍成军。 敌军士兵正在退逃。
This unit just does not seem to get it. Pyrrhic my ass. Epic, mate, not Pyrrhic. Good lord, that was a tough fight.
做好准备，挺住，天加不留。
Whew! Lisa, welcome to the stream. Good lord, guys. I don't even... Is there a way to see, like... They lost 10,500 men. Fuck off. You got a new hard drive and it actually works, Lisa.
我军据
Yay!
城而守，恐非长久之计。若敌军不强攻城墙，必会截水断粮，逼我军出城迎战。主公应派出大。
Oh, dude. That was insane. Yen Wen,
俘虏也要吃
Wu
饭，
Shu,
都放了吧，
Han Ran,
我用不上
Han
他们，
Yin, let them all go.
绝不留情。
Jesus Christ. Alright, He's been recruited by Wu. Chuan Jinju has been recruited by Ba, and apparently He's loyalty is wavering already. Excellent. Oh, and so is hers. Good stuff. A cart arrives in your capital, filled with various goods from across the land. Among the myriad items is a gift from one of your talented armourers, a resplendent suit with a short, inspiring note attached from its maker saying, "Only through strength and unity may the land be made whole." Ah, isn't that sweet? Su Chao and Chun Jun both gained the understanding trait apparently at the same time. Professional's raiment is what we gained. Because you just killed half their officers, yeah. Yeah, she was promoted to Grand Director in Ba, and her was promoted to Grand Tutor in Wu. That's why they're wavering. Liu Shang was killed in battle against us, as was Zhang Lung.
记住我的大名。
Right, let's start from the right end. Not Yuan Shu is going to take Chengdu farmland.
烈火燎原，
Sweep in and do a delegate on that.
承天所
Dave's back with another tier 2 sub. I think that's going to be 13 months, isn't it, Dave? 13 or 12? Thank you very much for your continued support since the start, Dave. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you very much, buddy.
此城甚善，先收下了。
Alright, and hello, Yao Zhou has leveled up. Yao Zhou is a 46-year-old level 5 strategist, academic background who is uncomplicated, selfless, charitable and energetic. I'm going to give him precision purely because he doesn't feel like a very strategisty strategist, judging by his traits, and it's the only non-blue one that we've got to pick, so we'll take that. Which brings us to Mike, if you're still around, bud. It's Jibun's move. He's just bailed out. I know where he wants to be going anyway, so I'll move him towards Bar.
前进。汇报一下，我不在的时候都。
Unfortunately, it is spring now, which means in order to, you know, get to Zhongzhang potentially dying of old age, we would have to play to winter, and we are already well over the usual time that I would take to stream.
消灭他们！
Zhong, not one to rest on her laurels, is just going to get rid of those 200 people. And then once again head back into Chun. Which brings us to you, I believe, Ryan. You're at the front of the column, advancing into Chun Commandery. Probably at this point expecting to find just smouldering ruins, and you wouldn't be far wrong, but in the middle of those smouldering ruins stands the 74-year-old Bandit Queen, who's still whooping. No, they're not gone. They just need to be convalesced. Although maybe, I don't know, maybe they do lose their name if they have to convalesce. But they were anyway. Ryan, orders for Jiangwan. There's still an army under Panjiang to the north of Chun. But I'm not really seeing much else. I will move to the Imperial City just to provide some security whilst the garrison and Bandit Queen rebuild their armies and await an answer to my query. Jiangwan gonna move to protect the Bandit Queen. Meanwhile, Huang Chuan is going to hook around to the south and take Yangzhou Livestock Farm. Oh, I just spotted an enemy army. I think it was a Yellow Turban army, but it was. Okay. In that case... Ooh, that lowered the casualties. Excellent. Huang Chuan going to take Yangzhou Livestock Farm. Half expecting it to be her. Now Tao Jinjin is going to head down to Chun Livestock Farm to garrison that. And Wang Yi is actually going to head south. Or east. Southeast? Guess he's heading southeast, isn't he? Meanwhile, at Luoyang, administrator of Luoyang, Juju, going to re-raise his army. I believe his lieutenant was going to be Liu Wan, and he was taking Shesun Yan An. So they're going to start mustering over there. As is Zhangjuan. And she was going to be taking Sun Li for sure. And I think Guo Rui Ying, so they're going to start mustering at Luoyang as well. I don't actually think we super duper need to stand Cao Jie down and have him redeploy. I think we'll just have him start marching south. Just because it mucks about with seasonal redeployments. Well, I don't think it's doable to push on to winter of 246. That's going to be a potentially long time away, and it's already almost 4 hours on the stream. So we're going to call it here, guys. I'm going to find somebody to raid. So just bear with me a second. I'll give you guys an option. We've got our usual raid subject, the Rebel King, who's currently doing online battles in Total War Rome 2. We can raid him if you like. But because we raid him a lot, if you guys fancy a non-Total War stream, my buddy Johnny is streaming Sea of Thieves. Both of them have got low viewer counts, so if we nip over to one of them we will definitely be adding a lot to their stream. So I'll let you guys pick whether you want to do Sea of Thieves or Total War Rome 2. I will be streaming again tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to tell you that it will be... It may not be day one of our Cao Cao Mandate campaign, because I'm still a little bit uneasy about starting it in early access in case the game gets broken when it goes to launch. But it will definitely be a Mandate of Heaven stream tomorrow. Same time as tonight, 7 PM GMT. Sarah's saying, Johnny, not going to resolve your request. I don't know what she would do, to be honest. She's got an heir, it's Song Jian, and you guys are both the same age. It's not like Song Jian is also a fucking relic. So, I think she's kind of not very sure about appointing you. Because the way that... The way that she's looking at it, Ryan, is... You would be her adopted son, which would make you Song Jian's adopted son. But when she dies, Song Jian is going to become the faction leader. So she's kind of like, maybe I'll just let him choose who he wants his heir to be, rather than forcing him to make Jiang his heir. I mean, there's only like 4 years difference between you and him, so if you are, he is. We are going to be raiding Johnny Goes Live, guys. So, yes, we're going to go raid Johnny. He's playing Sea of Thieves. If you're sticking around for the raid, if you're coming with, please stick around in Johnny's stream for a little while, just so you don't all pile in and pile out. If you like Johnny's stream, give him a follow. I'll be back tomorrow with some Mandate of Heaven DLC early access for you guys to have a look at. And in the meantime, I'll see you soon. And it's going to be... in 10 seconds time, because I didn't start the raid, it's going to be War Dog out. Thank you very much, guys.